Hey y'all, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my channel and van. So, I've been on an endless pursuit toward personal autonomy, mental clarity, and self-healing for quite some time now. And I'm currently learning the power of story and how important it is for sharing. Finding the narrative within our own journey asks for a bit of self-reflection. So one of the tools that I choose to use is the language of the stars, or astrology. After all, the way I see it, astrology is just our own individual mythology. Think of the hero's journey. It's just a way to connect deeper to who we really are. I'll preface by saying that I'm not fluent in this language, but I do enjoy being a student of the stars. So while I take you through my travels, I'll also explore the transit chart that was happening just a little deeper. And maybe it'll allow you to take a peek into your own story as well, no matter what tools you choose to use. I'm in the wild and wonderful state of West Virginia, and it has just turned Leo season. The sun has just entered into this fiery sign, and it's happy in Leo, its home sign. Leo is literally the lion that lays in the spotlight of the sun, the youthful, playful energy. Things are a bit more direct and goal-oriented for the general collective. But alongside the collective themes, there are also more layers of energy specific to each person as the sun changes signs. For me personally, it is transiting through my first house of individuality. The theme of this house relates to our personalities, appearances, and our overall sense of self. Right now in this chapter of my life, I am blessed to have this summer where I can travel solo and focus on exploring deeper both externally and internally. Despite the challenges life on the road presents, I'm feeling this sense of authenticity as I explore more of this incarnation and work toward fulfilling my central purpose. So to say the least, in Leo, this is where the real summer fun begins. But of course, it won't be all fun without a few challenges. Hey y'all, so before I do absolutely anything else, I have to get this one thing addressed. I was driving through some rocky terrain, and then all of a sudden I hear some rattling sounds under the van, so pop my head to inspect. Come to find out, the battery box that holds my starting batteries has come loose, which is not good because I don't want to be driving down the middle of the road and all of a sudden I lose my batteries. So thank goodness I found this place. I'm at a mechanic's now, and he was able to pop his head under and find the two brackets that need to get welded. So he is fixing that right now, thank goodness. So yeah, double check any mysterious sounds because you don't want to be running into issues that can easily be prevented. And he was so fast because he's pulling the van around now. Wow, I really appreciate you taking a look and everything.
Door rattled, but it was broke right here and broke over here.
Yeah.
So we got you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Okay, let me settle up for them. I appreciate it.
Enjoy your travel.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So that's the weld. It's not gonna be rattling anymore. Yep, good to go. So I'm back on the road and all confident in the van. After the welding of the battery box, I'm heading to the next city, which is about 2.5 hours away. But my issue that I run into all the time is that I'm never certain of when I'm going to arrive, just because there's always something to stop and look at. So I pulled over at this little rest area that has a bridge overlook. I worked a lot earlier today on the computer, so I'm grounding. I'm eating a green sandwich, very green. It's got just spinach, avocado, sprouts that I grew, and then some of these garlic flower seeds that I got back from some family in the last town. But yeah, I'm gonna check out, stop here and eat this sandwich, go look at the view or the scenic overlook, and then keep driving. This is my box of garlic flour. And there's the big boys. And I'm excited because these are what I'm gonna try and plant when I get to a place where I can garden. The energy over the past day has been flowing, with a few bumps, but overall still flowing smoothly. From dealing with the mechanics, which I know normally feels like a headache, to sporadically finding a peaceful rest area, things are actually feeling natural. Looking at the transit chart, Mercury is opposing my 6th house natal Saturn and trining 4th house natal Pluto. Mercury rules over commute and travel, and while opposing Saturn, it's highlighting the responsibility to address the issue at hand in order to maintain the health of the van. The trine with Pluto reflects the smooth experience I had dealing with fixing something broken on my vehicle, which also happens to be my home, 4th house. And at the end of the day, I now have a sturdy battery box and the confidence in my vehicle to take me through some rougher terrain. After my brake replacement in my last video, I'm feeling rewarded for my efforts of attending to the maintenance that my van needs to continue on. After a bit of a break, I was ready to hit the road and continue to travel on in search of my next camp spot. I got in a bit later than expected, so I went to bed excited to wake up the next day. Because when I did, I woke up to one of the most magical camp spots I've come across. Looking around, it was the true definition of living in a van down by the river. While I spent the better half of the morning playing in the waterfall river, I was reminded of the simple treasures nature provides, like the blooming rhododendron gracefully decorating and falling into the perfect places. There's a lovely trine happening with Venus and my 6th house natal Mercury. This emphasizes my appreciation for the ever-changing mercurial surroundings, but also brings a sense of value within my mental pursuits of healing. Stopping to smell the roses has never been sweeter. With Venus passing through my 2nd house, this also brings an affinity toward all things stable, grounded, and earthy. So, getting back into nature and getting my hands in the dirt feels pretty much meant to be. After spending the day immersed outside, it was getting time to cook a little dinner and get myself into a good book before bed. As I relax and look out the window, I'm feeling this effortless appreciation for the beauty of what my surroundings have to offer. The sun has been passing over my natal Chiron, South Node, and Ascendant all within the past week. There's a lot going on. Our Ascendant is our personal identity. Chiron exposes our deep wounds, how we address the pain, and how our own healing powers have the ability to help others. And our South Node is our karmic shadow, the energy that's asking to be worked through. With the sun connecting with these three energies, it's quite a mixed bag. I've been feeling this grand appreciation for just being, but deeper within, I know that I'm internalizing quite a bit. I have a desire to take concrete action toward acknowledging my shadows and perhaps sharing what I learn with others. Because at the end of the day, I'm learning more and more about myself every day. And being alone on the road seems to have accelerated this process. I may not know exactly what's on the horizon, but I've been experiencing this overarching feeling of hopefulness that whatever comes is meant to be. And so I guess I'll end it there. Thanks so much for reflecting with me, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.